Matthew Pennell is the constituent services representative for Republican Congressman Tim Huelskamp. Congressman Huelskamp is a self-proclaimed pro-family legislator. He was designated the most anti-gay member of Congress in 2012, and that really says a lot. He's been pushing a bill to amend the U.S. Constitution to ban same-sex marriage. He's full anti-gay. The Family Research Council, an anti-gay hate group, endorsed him for re-election last year. So that gives you a sense of who Tim Huelskamp is. Matthew Pennell, his staffer, has now been arrested on 17 counts of sexual exploitation of a child. The office of Tim Huelskamp was asked for comment after this happened, and they said, quote, "Upon learning of the arrest, the office immediately placed Mr. Pennell on leave without pay until further notice, but we will not comment further because this is an ongoing investigation." This guy has an alleged child rapist working for him, but the real threat to ethics and morals is two men who love each other getting married, to the point that we need to amend the Constitution to prevent it.
I know it seems ridiculous, but can we really? I mean, if they had no idea, what can you really do about that? You know?
Absolutely, it's more an issue of Mr. Pennell, who has chosen to work for this congressman because of the shared values and the shared interests and representing the views of Tim Huelskamp in the field, right? Constituent services shares a lot of those views and simultaneously is allegedly participating in some of the most heinous and depraved acts that humans can engage in.
Right. So as much as we cannot really fault the office, it is interesting that someone who is passionate about not giving gays any rights and thinking that that is a huge moral problem. Of course, this is nuts.
But also, you'd think it might be a wake-up call to someone like Tim Huelskamp, who's putting so much effort into amending the Constitution to prevent two men from getting married, to say, wow, I'm going out of the way to prevent two women who are in a loving relationship from getting married, I'm sure from adopting children, whereas my own staff is being accused of heinous acts, heinous crimes, and they share my views about all of these other issues. You would hope it would make them re-examine their worldview. I know that it won't.
Yeah, this is happening everywhere, right? I mean, there is child sex trafficking going on in this country, but many politicians are far more concerned with things like this.
Make sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/dpakman. We have a fantastic interview coming up later with Phyllis Schlafly, one of the queens of the conservative movement. She's offended that President Obama has insulted Christians.